How's this guy doing? Gauging that. Good. Chase this out of the map. Try to stay away from their heroes. I don't need to chase this anymore, so don't melee that. Oh. Okay, shattered again, so they're gone. Alright, let's group up. Maybe we can swarm their hero. My hero healed a lot from that heal too, so that was a pretty big ability. Thanks for pointing that out, chat. Get over here and grab the defender. Grab him. Here's Tilo Maelstrom for the gift of sub. Thanks, man. I have a dream one day of having 1,000 subs in this channel. One day. Alright, can boost again. We don't have enough points. Guess we only had the one use of that. Other guys have rallied. We can jump on this thrower. Okay, we're beating this guy's health going down pretty hard with this many people meleeing him. This broke him. No, not yet. In a second we will. No, don't AoE me. It's cheating. I don't like it one bit.
In Apollo's light. State your orders.
Okay, these guys broke, I guess. Yep. Okay, are we gonna get this Guardian or what? No, he's fine. My whole team is meleeing him, and he's fine.
Hit them.
Okay, still beating their archers, presumably. No. What happened to my archers? They just my unit there just disappeared. It was at like full health. Fuck. Oh no, he just lost. Oh, disaster. All right, chat. So that was our look at Total War Saga Troy. Looks like some different factions, a little bit of different playing with some new stuff in the Total War engine, which is a lot of fun. So let's walk away from this, call it an M for the sponsored content for today, and switch back to Battle Brothers. Getting gifted subs by Care Bear. Thank you very much, Care Bear. All right, get out of here.
Our best was not enough.
It's like more Total War content. All right, let's finish this. Did. Yep, our stream titles, fire up Battle Brothers again, and get going. Thanks for being part of this, guys. Stuff like this supports my channel long term, so it's really, really helpful. Cheers. And we'll load up into our campaign and get me the title set up. Try our Holy War. Right. Okay. All right, water, then Holy War. But water first. Back at sec chat. Ooh. What's up? Enya 3M Enya. 5 subs from Care Bear. And then 3M Enya with the sub here. Creeping our way slowly towards dream of 1K subs. Alright, I'll leave this up on the screen. We are going to get missions from these guys to attack the south and check out the new giant southern armies. I'm going to do that in about 2 minutes, but I grab water. So, back in a second. Okay, chat, we're back. We're gonna fight linworms. 6 linworms first. How are we on tools? 79. Go fight. Linworms. We haven't seen the new linworms, so it'd kind of be nice to see. Probably want to mega in on this. Nimble mega seems really good for this fight. We might want to ablate homie chop here, I'm not sure yet. 6 doesn't seem like a necessary thing to ablate. We can probably just use our other tank. Probably with like a 230 helmet. Getting in the head, hitting the head for him is pretty fucking bad. Alright, we want reach weapons. We don't want duelists particularly. Reach weapons should be relatively strong versus this. I think we're gonna steal Kijin's bow. Give him some arrows. I believe I have another arrow pack, right? Yep. Okay, is that good enough? Probably. Tanks. Don't have my second tank in yet. 2 tanks. Fair amount of reach weapons. Some gas bombs if we need it. Running daggers. We don't need to run daggers for this. Well, archers, a little bit of reach weapons. Be fine. Maybe not so great either. Do I have someone else? Who's this? Archer. Shields. Shouldn't need extra shields. These things are pretty fucking tanky. Alright, let's try it. Fire pot is an interesting idea. I did hear they were quite good in this fight. Want to try a fire pot? Yeah, try one fire pot. All right. Remind me, chat, can they move 2 in strike or 1 in strike? It's 1 in strike, right? We can move 1 and strike out to here. We're good where we are. Guess I'm just staying put in archering. Oh, fucking tanky they are. Okay. Oh, I can't move away from the tail now because that's zone of control. Is that correct? Alright, who's got our grenade? Our fire grenade. Maladroit Moose. it dazes the tail but doesn't daze the head. Why am I taking damage? Oh, because I fucking forgot it's a goddamn linworm. Just smashed it in melee range. Rip. It's stunnable. This one shots his hedge. Scary fast. Why did it put 6? I've already bled him once, I guess. Now I get to see something interesting. Does the tail trigger zone of control attacks? I don't know if it does. Pretty sure it runs away freely? Seriously? Yeah, I know it used to run away freely, but presumably if the tail has zone of control, we have zone of control on the fucking tail. Why did that? Oh, because I'm still sprinting. Just rallied. It rallied with his tail standing next to me. And worse, gets actions. Kind of bullshit. I'm not sure the bleeds are worth it or not. So I'm getting 10 out of each. So it's only doing, but it's only getting 1 round. So I get 2 attacks, basically at 0 damage, but 4 bleeds. Not 4 bleeds, 2 bleeds. So I get 20 a round. It's gotta be worse than just stabbing him, right? What did that do? 50 damage. Well, that hit for 50. We can test it in a second. We're going to be whipping with the one behind it. This guy's getting fucked up. They're much more accurate than they were before. Kind of scary amounts of damage right now. Alright, okay, it's 3 turns, I guess. Alright, so we saw it did 50. Which is just the base damage of this, right? 50 to 70. So low end 50, high end 70 on this weapon. Let's take a look at the whip. Whip hits for 21. And then 33. So it's actually pretty good. How did it hit for fucking 33? Shot? Maybe. This is a huge... Okay. Mega's not doing their job. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all, because that means these are all uncontrolled. Do these get a lot fucking harder? That was the guy we just spent leveling up in the fucking arena too. I don't have anything to hold those still. Oh, maybe this is still just an avoid for now fight. It seems crazy because we seem pretty strong. We're taking warlord camps. We can't handle 6 linworms. Yeah, we lost Indom for sure. But our tank just got like fucking 5-shot. Got hit, dead. Zone of control is really obnoxious for kiting the tails because I just can't back off here. I can smoke bomb or something, I guess. Archers are still garbage here. So we're pretty close to dead here too. Hello, Tor. Thanks, man. Fatigue, 60. Move again. We run out of fatigue moving in, doing that. Bummer. getting hit. Okay, smoke bomb successful. I mean, this is just rolling on whether or not we lose all of our megas right now. Okay. We just had 2 killed here. Probably just not worth. Yeah, I mean, we got hit a lot. It definitely seems unlucky the amount of rolls that we're getting connected with, but it's harder to reposition. These maces don't do shit to them. They're like really bad versus them. And if I have to use reach weapons on everybody, then I'm going to want to pull better reach weapons out because these are garbage. Don't do any damage to them. The archers are not good either. And granted, we got weak archers right now, but... I don't even know if we actually complete this. We complete this when they run, I guess. Oakwang got good value. Firebomb didn't seem to do a lot. Maybe we're just rolling on dying on every single attack, right? Overwhelmed gunners are good in this fight. I can see that. It might be avoid these for a while. They seem very strong at the moment. Covered there. Resilient, of course, because every monster in the fucking game is resilient. Is that it fleeing? Might be it fleeing. Kind of an at what cost thing though, isn't it? Okay. Poison. Cheers, man. Glad you're enjoying it. Glad it's helping. RSK representing a gun carnage. Oh man. Alright, why are we bothering? We're almost certainly going to reload this because this is not value. But I want to see what the loot comes out of these like. It's some like amazing thing that has changed. Attack the wrong target there. As I attack the wrong target. Oh, he does the bleed, right? Oh no, bleed's end of turn. He gets to hit me first. Alright. I didn't even notice the third person dying. Who was it? He killed Maladroit Moose when I wasn't looking? Great loot. Look at these legendaries dropping. So, if we had chosen pick 6 linworms, new linworms, we'd have lost 3 dudes. We picked up 3 linworm bones.
Fool lost in time and space.
Thank you, Riven. Are you paying the iron tax for me? I appreciate that. If that's not your intention, please let me know, but I'll assume it is. Cheers to that, man. Alright, so we're gonna Alt F4 to that and just dodge them, I guess. Yes, the new iron tax. It is. Cheers. Well, thank you. Do they chase us? Probably. Alright, so if we were to take that again differently, what if any? We might try to split them up a little bit, run one of the tanks north or something, and then spread them out a little bit, move back on kite a little bit, but we're just doing that because we don't have a great answer to it right now. Thank you, Raven. Whole iron tax thing was a ploy to get people to gift more subs. I was actually, it's been a really unexpected outcome that people gift for me on this part. Kind of cute. Oh, I saves right when we fought, right? We're probably just gonna leave this fight. There's no reason to be here. We have reach maces, they're just not very good. Perhaps we'll come back and fight more of these at some point, but it doesn't seem super exciting right now. Any whiskey today? Probably. My wife leaves town again today. She's gone for almost an entire week this time, so I'll be here with my in-laws for 5 days alone with them. It's gonna be exciting. Go well. No reason to expect otherwise. Just be a bit weird for the next couple days. We got into the spooky library. I've been told to stay away from spooky library for a little bit. We're gonna do Holy War right now is the plan. Starting to get a decent chunk of fame. We're still waiting for some good brothers because our current brothers kind of suck. Still up in Wisconsin. I moved to Iowa. That's where I moved to. But my house still doesn't. My apartment still doesn't have internet since the storm that wiped it out last Monday. So gonna be a bit. Currently staying in my in-laws in Chicagoland. All right, it's 2 people here. Doesn't our retinue add 2 to 4 people? We low rolled on that. Tavern says ancient outlook, full of treasure, not far to the east. Okay. What, if anything, are we doing here? This is just a 3-star here. But that can make that location a 3-star. We want these. These are the ones that are going to be the war, right? Southern shits have been sending raiding parties north. It is a troublesome affair, you know, to have a couple of bronze-looking mutts mucking around, looting, pillaging, killing, and raping. You wish to have me draw my main forces to the rear, but I won't have it. That's why you are here, Sellsword. I need you to seek out these interloping saboteurs. Kill them all. Was I at home? Yeah, I was streaming when the storm hit. Props got wrecked.
Back up! Hold the line! This hamlet shall not fall.
A raid from Arbius. Arbius? Welcome, guys. Playing some Battle Brothers on about day 100 right now. Just checking out the Holy War stuff. They're using background music from outside the game. Nope. Probably not. Thanks, man. Are you not an VIP in this channel, Arbius? I don't know. Fix that. If you guys don't know Arvius, definitely check him out. He's another variety streamer, but streams a lot of Civ 5, Battle Brothers, XCOM, and They Are Billion. And really fun streamer, buddy of mine. You're just wondering who the hell is Arvius? Give his channel a follow and check him out. Do we want to do this? So the problem with this thing, okay, so this is Holy War stuff, and we're gonna do Holy War stuff, so we could do this and see what we fight. Sure, let's see what we're fighting. Very well. Get paid more for this. Intercept all southern raiding parties around Dornan. Don't let them burn any locations. Jesus. Okay. Didn't really want to stay in this area. 473 tools. Alright, so I guess we're camping here. Oracle has fallen under the banner of the Northern Crusaders. Ender says, I just got a 2-star fatigue and melee attack with triple melee defense stars. Approach it with insecure and bleeding. Is still a good brother. It has nothing to do. I mean, it depends what your starting stats were with that. If you can make a brother out of those numbers, you can do the math too, Xander. I've talked to you through how to do that on stream a couple times. The answer is probably. It's probably not going to be the best brother ever, but he's going to be pretty good, it sounds like. Alright, so we're camping here and waiting. I don't know what we want for groups to fight these, but bring a big chunk of guys. Probably don't want both these archers, huh? Wrong city? What? Oh, son of a bitch. Wait. Okay. They could just be there. There it is. Right here. 14 conscripts, 4 to 6 gunners, and an officer. Well, we're gonna get our guns. Don't tell me. I just assumed all the protection missions in the past have been, you know, there's relieve siege missions, but I've never had a mission that was like a protect mission for a different town. Also, we're gonna get rid of that fucking fire pot. That's trash. It's trash. Always trash. You want archers for this fight? Probably. Yeah, I know noble missions aren't often not near that. It might be like go and clean up greenskins in an area, but the only missions we've had that's been like your village is being raided have always been nearby missions, right? Possible I'm misremembering, but gunfight. Then Try to treat him seriously. Parts of the thrown enemy gunners. Why? Do any damage? I'd probably do want some archers here, honestly. Nineteen. 19. I don't really know how these armies are gonna fight yet. Bring one archer just for shits and giggles. Do we treat him as like a really serious threat and throw our elite archer in, or just keep bubbling? Oh, we put it on the wrong guy. You want to go in with at least nimble. Shit ton of archer spam. So, slight mistake there. Go take the fight. Alright, so a lot of reach weapons, hand cannons. Is that the officer? 200 on the officer. With the tier 3, whatever. These are conscripts. Really, they suck. But we'll see. Do those fire spears too. Need that tile. I need that tile. Yeah. I can go there. If I go there, we sweep. The sweep is here, so it would hit these three, which isn't super good. Get a single attack on one of these, not super helpful either. I think I probably want to move up that way. Thank you, little dude. It's conscript. Alright, so presumably these gunners are going to make our life miserable shortly. What do the gunner hats do? 30 armor. 30. Alright, so you want to shoot these gunners with archers, possibly? 30 is not armor. I'm annoyed a couple things didn't happen there. I don't really want to be shot by these fire things, particularly. Another every guy goes first. Yes, every guy goes first. Overwhelm. Irritating. Kill his own guy? Did? He did. We're getting tied up in shield walls again. They're nimble shield walls, but it's still getting tied up in fucking shield walls. I want to ignore that and kill things. 76 dodge, feels bad. $75 dodge, feels bad. Music track. Yeah, headhunter proc here if we want to hit somebody like that guy in the head. When that would one-shot him. Oh, he's nimble. The whole army is nimble and fucking dodging. Nimble. What actually happened with the gunning stuff? I don't know yet. Could probably try to kill him. Go in there and drop a whip on him. They're definitely shooting their own guys, but also shooting more of my guys. The archers are gonna fucking wreck them, right? We brought more. I can't believe that guy hasn't killed him yet. Alright, it's getting a bit sketchy right there. I don't see any banner kind of support. Stun me. Yeah. I'm gonna go there. want that guy rallying. Archers have been a fucking letdown, haven't they? It's just about the one. Been really underwhelming, the impact. Do I want his armor? 200, 200? It's pretty unexciting. Yeah. The gunners are weird. They have super low armor. They shoot their own guys. The impact is kind of minimal, but it's annoying for the Nimble brothers. Because it does actual damage to the Nimble brothers. If I look at this, right, there's the so Nimble, no range defense. Nimble, no range defense, backliners. Both Nimble frontliners. That's the Battle Forge. It's not even good Battle Forge. Granted, he wasn't very close to it, but that's another Battle Forge there. That's another Battle Forge. The Battle Forge don't even look like they've been touched. I'm not going to be able to disarm him this turn. Get ourselves some gear, I guess. That wasn't so bad, although I need to see what they're coming with. I'd really like to see what like a big range of archers do to them, because it feels like it's just gonna murder those gunners. Unless the gunners have like super high range defense or something. Alright, so we picked up 4 handguns. Sword lance, tier 3-1. No cute hats, it's correct. We failed all the cute hat rolls. Alright. Accept all southern raiding parties. Sure. Level up on Sun in Exile. Need war bows. The other thing he's supposed to have a dagger or a grenade? Dagger, right? I don't know why he's never ever gonna use a dagger because gonna be whipping. All right, so we need to replace a lot of wounded homes, basically. Kylo getting a little fucked up. Expecting a bunch more fights in a row. Battleforge seemed to be absolutely fine with this stuff, so great. Run some more of that if we can. Pull up on Untold Lore. Okay. Armor got wrecked here. Here. And there. Yeah. Another piece back. I could put some more of this hyena armor on somebody or something. I don't really need them. We've got a bunch of the attachments here, the wolf and hyena. Alright. Plot 2 of those. I think we're alright. Back and face some more of them, I guess. But it's a good way to level our archers, I guess. Wait, where'd I get a third bow? Oh, I don't. It's a crossbow. Looked like a crossbow. A lot of charges this round, huh? That was a spear. We'd be in really nice shape. You can just disarm. Ooh, no LOS there. What? So weird. All the other new obstructions like don't block this, but this one blocks LOS. Fuck. Alright, well, good luck, Music Cat. We have to move one, shoot, and then reload. I don't know what I'm doing with that guy yet. Going there and hitting him. A little bit last resort. Alright, we'd really like to kill this and not let it swing again. I don't think we can. Backup shield. Awkward. I really doubt we can kill this. Now I think we can. Tried to end down there and failed. Right. Well, I wasn't sure we could kill it without committing the cleaver in. And if the cleaver couldn't guarantee a kill, then I couldn't whip. And I didn't want it to swing another two-handed weapon on us. The orc mansplitters on berserkers are those in warlord swings are the most easiest way to lose brothers or to get seriously injured. Battle Forge on 83 HP. Right. A little bit of level up. This music cat needs a shield again. Throw back up in there is fine. We need a... I saw your comment about the sword lance. We need a second round of theory crafting pretty soon on the builds, because we need to update the dagger build too. But we want to get some more fights, get a little bit more experience. We need something to answer linworms clearly. Don't have a good answer to that right now. I'm not convinced we answer Kraken at all right now. These builds are pretty versatile, but there's still a lot more things I want to do with stamina. One vote for the spreadsheet time. Let's see. But I acknowledge it. 2 votes for the spreadsheet time. Oh, we're doing it now? You guys want it now? Okay. A little bit of spreadsheeting. Looks like enough of chat wishes spreadsheets. Okay, okay, okay. Got it, chat. We want spreadsheet. Alright, take the fires of religious war. We're gonna take a moment and do spreadsheet time. That's fine. Get my. Not sure. No, I'm not sure we're ready for it at the moment, chat. All right, let's take a quick peek at what we got floating around over here. So, things that are going relatively well for us right now. Alright, there's no way we're doing this without fucking Colossus. So, or without Recover, so. That still seems fine to me. We're trading Anticipation for Headhunter. Works for me. I'm okay with the no range defense so far. We need to fight a little bit more goblins, but this is mostly alright. I don't like the no recover. And I don't give a shit about Colossus and all that. I don't think it was very useful in the archers. Okay. Take a look at this one. This one is going pretty well. I think dodge ended up not being a thing for the tanks, but maybe it could have been a thing for the nimble tanks if we didn't fuck that build up. But we had to fuck that build up a little bit to keep going. So I don't know. Maybe dodge over Steelbrow would have been better as our final pick on that guy. I don't think we looked at that. That's worth coming back to. But these are the ones that have been working pretty well. This is the build I've been running on the neutral stand builds. I've been really pleased with that. I don't know if this is exactly what Grave Bees was recommending when he suggested it, but this is our variation of that right now. Gotta think if there's things that would be relevant to we don't have yet that are interesting. Let's just take a quick look. And not actually open. I want to go to perks. No. What about having this open here? Can I click past it? No. Like it. Alright, I'm gonna build it. Fine, I'm gonna pull up the perk calculator then, that's fine. What are we missing, if any? We are... So what else could be really good in this build? The Killing Frenzy is good. They get enough kills that it helps. Executioner synergizes with Crippling Strikes. It may be too much, honestly. Not the question at all, Rotha. Literally not a question whatsoever. Because they come from different locations. You do different things with the people. We're not abandoning other builds. And no, it isn't. Well, it's not a question because they're not the right. It's not the right way to look at this. You're picking up super low fatigue guys, or low fatigue guys who don't have enough HP. You basically get to ignore a stat with this. So you're building better brothers from that. Does the build do as much damage as a well-rolled two-hander? No, it doesn't. But you're not taking well-rolled two-handers and making them into these. You're taking medium-rolled two-handers and making them into these. So I don't even think it's relevant, because the comparison would be the duelists to the two-handers of the past. And even then, it's not the two-handers of the past because they nerfed Adrenaline. So I was just trying to see if there's anything else we needed for this. This has been pretty good. Maces have been maybe underwhelming. Crippling Strikes, Executioner, and Killing Frenzy. I had some thought about Headhunter here, and I'm kind of glad we haven't. The fact they only swing once per round makes me really unexcited about Headhunter. A lot of times I don't want to Headhunt later. Something to be said about reach advantage. They're always swinging a two-hander. Maybe it would be better than Underdog, but probably not, honestly. Actually, no, it'd never be better. It would only be better versus one person. Not what we want. We already have Gifted. Don't need a second weapon spec, although I have been considering a second weapon spec on them. Part of me is just like, fuck, I don't want to use reach mace. If we rolled with like a polearm or something for our reach attack, we could always have bill hooks in. There's something to be said about that. Are two-handed swords meh? No, it's just I don't have a reach weapon to go with them. Dodge on these guys? Oh, compared to Underdog, you mean? Maybe. I wonder how much it gives right now. So it's 15% of, I guess we could check. Let's check what it is. So how do I get this to actually let me know what it to do? That temporarily. Minimize this. Look into the game. Go to perks. Get one of our brothers. So looking at these low, let's look at this guy for example. Got 14 initiative. Dodge say? Gain 15% of the character's current initiative. A bonus to melee and ranged defense. May not be what we want to build on these guys. Let's take a look at the nimble version. Nimble version's rocking. It's not the nimble version. This is the nimble version. 72-ish. At full initiative, which is what? What's 10% of 72? 7. So we're looking at somewhere around probably about 10. 10.5, something like that for initiative. 10.5 dodge at the beginning of the fight that scales down over time. Doesn't seem worth it to me either. It's probably still underdog, honestly, compared to dodge with these builds anyways. Alright. Keep going. Where did my spreadsheet? So, if there is something to replace... Wait, this doesn't even... It does have underdog. Okay. I don't like fearsome. Fearsome has never done anything for me, Mr. Forery. I mean, like, what are you... I mean, it probably impacts goblins. Probably get fearsome procs off goblins, but you tend to get fearsome procs off goblins anyways, because you do enough damage that you just get 15 damage on them, because they don't have shit for armor. Yeah, but... fearsome used to be a trait that we don't use very much. I mean, I guess maybe we need to address that in a minute too, but anyways, okay. So, anything else that really stands out for damage? Crippling blows and executioner have some damage synergies, and if we're not getting berserk, then makes some sense. Headhunter's the other damage one, and we're not really able to use that either, so I think this is okay. A part of me would like to see some variation using a sword or a spear with this, but I don't know how to do it. So the only thing I can think of here that might be useful is if you were to run a second weapon spec. I don't know what you'd pick up for that. Maybe what you'd drop for it, rather. Executioner or crippling strikes, maybe. This build has been fucking incredible. Boss is gifted, quick hands, cleaver spec, recover, battle forged, underdog, brawny. Bags and belts turns out to be not needed at all here. I wouldn't recommend that at all on that build because you're just whipping so often. So brawny does mean that if we were nimble, we would have a second thing here, but I'm pretty sure we don't want to be nimble on this, right? But if we were, what could we put? Killing frenzy. Yeah, so I don't want to redo all of our thoughts on perks right now because we only want to spend a couple minutes here like revising some of the spreadsheet things and getting some updates on what we want to build for this playthrough. But my basic take on fearsome was it didn't used to be very good because the enemies that you'd want to use it on are all immune to it except basically orcs and to a lesser degree goblins. And orcs really it's still very difficult to get it to be useful because most of the time you actually do enough damage to trigger fearsome to get the morale hit already, in which case it does nothing for you. The raids, Toby. Nimble gives a larger stand pool for more whipping. Yeah, that's true. And there is something to be said about reach advantage on this build too. Depends how defensive you want to be with it. Berserk for AP. We end up taking Berserk on this guy? We did. That was reasonable. I kind of miss killing Frenzy on it. I don't know if this should be backstab or not. Like, the accuracy was nice, but I'm not sure. But I do like that it's a gifted build again, too. Yeah, fearsome adds a morale penalty now. So it's more likely that it rolls, yep. But I haven't found it to be useful yet, but maybe. Again, like I feel like if I want to get utility out of Fearsome. I want lots of attacks or AoEs. I don't use a lot of AoEs at the moment. Backstabber's only worth it on low melee attack bros. No. I mean, I wish people would say not say things like that, because he's not thinking through the perk, right? What does Backstabber give you? Backstabber gives you higher melee attack. Why is that only good on lower brothers? It's not like you don't raise melee attack on melee brothers, on high melee brothers, right? Like, why would I want more melee attack on my whip, the guy who's supposed to be whip disarming? Because it's such a critical role. There's no other way for him to get more melee attack on the talent tree than Gifted and Backstabber, essentially. Those are the two things that add melee attack, maybe excluding Lone Wolf if you were in a position where you could do that. But the goal of that is we have to hit those disarms or they hit us with a giant fucking Warlord axe. So is it worth it to say it's not worth having more melee attack on a guy with more melee attack? No. It's not always good either. It's not always good and it's not always bad. It's situationally useful depending on what you're trying to do with it. So I'm not running Backstabber on these guys because I'd rather have something else. But on a build right here where you're really trying to hit disarms, then it makes a lot of sense to want to have that little bit of extra accuracy. So I don't know. What do I think of LW Megas? What does it stand for? LW there. Alright. Oh, the Duelist's been behaving. Duelist has been behaving pretty well once we get a decent weapon. Duelists are always this way, right? They kind of suck with basic human weapons, but once you get famed one-handers or orc weapons, they tend to be a little bit better. Toby just raided with viewers. I thanked him for it when it happened. Make the argument that if Backstabber make your hit chance from 20 to 30, it gains you a lot more damage than from 85 to 90. Isn't it the opposite way around? Isn't it kind of, don't you look at it the other way a while? If you go from, if you are your high melee brother, your high whip, what is this? Your high melee attack whip brothers, right? Let's say they have an 80% chance to disarm the opponent before Backstabber. And then you add Backstabber and it adds you between 5 and 10 melee attack, which brings it from an 80% chance to either an 85 or a 90. So you either have or quarter your miss chance. Like, don't you look at it that way when you're looking at trying to apply an effect? Anyways, I don't agree. I think if the guy, if you have a really important status effect that needs to be applied, then adding to your application of that becomes more and more valuable. The closer you get to 1, the closer you get to 100% chance of that arriving. So, anyways, the duelists have been okay. I don't think I'd fuck with the duelist build right now, but we have a reason to. It's been interesting not having rotate. I definitely missed it a lot in the early to mid game. I miss it here a little bit too, but we now have enough grenades that hypothetically, if we're playing smart, we can play with that. Oh, Lone Wolf Megas? I see. I don't really like Lone Wolf as a trait. I don't tend to put brothers out in that direction. But maybe. Alright, the banner's been good. I still don't know what this last one should be. We haven't taken anything here yet. We added Gifted back into this, which really means we have a bunch of floating talent specs, because if we're taking Gifted on banners, I mean, it makes sense, right? We want the resolve. We want max of one attribute that we can get, which makes total sense, and then we also want a bunch of other ones. Rotate is not poop, Great Beast. Is in fact an excellent ability. Effect, nimble, recover, quick hands, bags and belts have been all pretty good. This is probably some version. I don't even know. Rotate, maybe. You know, maybe this is what we need. Maybe here. Maybe this shouldn't be. Maybe this should be. You know what? We're looking at issues. So okay, we need to do some outlining of some of the problems we're dealing with right now, right? Some of the things we haven't totally solved yet. So things that are still relevant. Just thought of some things here, right? 1. Unholds. Maybe new Fearsome can be used for unholds. Yeah, I've done rotate, but we don't have 2 spots in that. So, and it's not like unholds are a super big problem. It's just there's going to be a bunch of wounds right now. With the loss of Indom, this is still tanks. But I was wondering, if maybe both of these builds, both of the cleaver builds, maybe we should try fearsome on them. Like that is, the fearsome banner makes a lot of sense. And imagine if we could break unholds, right? Like this is 120 on this guy. So if we just, oh, it did not take bags and belts there. If we tried it here, if 120 resolve to break linworms and to break unholds, that sounds kind of interesting. I'm not sure it's going to be enough on the other cleaver. We could look to see. It's capped at 100 resolve. Okay, well, still. This is going to be the highest we ever hit with that. We might be able to take the Bannerman, who doesn't do any damage at all in the unhold fights, and use him to break targeted unholds, which would be pretty sick. Banner hits. Banner spends a lot of time trying to hit. So what else do we have on our banner right now? Wish I'd open the banner instead. Where is this? There's some weird thing with the priority with Chrome when it's open like that. We need to know if fearsome works on hits above 15 damage. That's true. But I mean, if we look at this, like right here, this is pretty solid. We did end up with Backstabber here. We ended up with Backstabber and Gifter on our banner. So what did we give up here? Because this was not the build we were initially working with. Turned out really nicely, quite honestly. I tend to like Backstabber on my targets that want whips. It's so important to hit that. All right, pull Chrome up again. Take a look. We did run Colossus, Fortified Mind, Rally, Gifted, Cleaver Spec, Nimble, Recover. Didn't end up with... Yeah, we did end up with Quick Hands. I guess this is Backstabber in here somewhere. This is probably becomes Backstabber. That probably becomes... that. This means that all attacks that do HP damage add a morale check at a minus 20% resolve penalty. Are you sure it's all attacks? Because I think that's Wyo's point, right? Is we don't know that. So the code would be nice. Adrenaline for early rally. That's the second or third time that's been suggested in the last couple days. Early rally is bad. You don't want to rally ahead of anything, because your guys who are broken always go last in the round anyways. What you actually want to have happen is you want your banner, you want everyone who has a chance to break before your banner rallies, so that you catch as many people who have broken already. Gunners and a sword lance, brother. Yeah, that's the other one we're looking at possibly adding fearsome to is Kylo. Anyways, so I like the banner. We'll play with the banner. We'll try fearsome on the banner and see if whips help us for unholds. If they do and it's really good, we could also consider running fearsome here, because cleavers are really good versus unholds already, honestly. So like the two-handed cleaver, like walking in because of the decap ability on unholds, so it's damage for missing health, is really solid on them already. So it may not be something that could possibly be built here, but I do like the idea of it. And what were we just fighting in the linworms? It would be excellent for linworms to break them too. Well, maybe not, because linworms, when they run, they still trigger the acid on you when they run near you. What does it mean? What does that mean, Wyo? What's the take home? I think there's some confusion about fearsome. I think I'm gonna have trouble with you again. What does it mean, Wyo? There's no confusion about fearsome. I know exactly what fucking fearsome does. Only works below main HP damage, minimum HP damage. Yeah. The banner is not a cleaver, but you don't attack very much with the banner in the late game, and it doesn't really matter. You don't need the AP for it. Alright. What else can we do with this here? So the dagger meme didn't really work. So this actually Grave Bees would be a really good time. Like you were saying previously that you had offered your dagger build and I either didn't see it or didn't want it at that moment. I'm going to update my dagger build after playing with the one, because the one I played with was kind of shit. So if you have thoughts for that, I'm happy to hear, man. Fearsome makes it so that damage you do to HP that is less than 15 now counts to when you're one of the ways in which your brothers and the opponents can lose morale. In other words, to go down a resolve level from, you know, like normal to wavering, or wavering to broken, or whatever the hell's out else, whatever they're called, right? Go down one of your resolve levels is you take HP damage above 15 damage. Fearsome makes it so that damage below 15 also can trigger a morale check. And additionally, they just buffed Fearsome, which makes it so that your resolve makes the check more powerful. So it reduces your opponent's ability to resist the resolve drop that they might have gotten otherwise. So Fearsome is really doing two things then, basically. It makes the minimal amount of damage you have to do HP damage to them less, and it also then increases your chance of breaking their resolve. Wyo just took a look at the code and says he's not entirely sure, but he thinks it's likely right now that if you do more than 15, you're not getting that. So Fearsome on a whip might not be any good, but we should at least see and try it. I've not had any luck with firearms yet. So the couple builds we want to do. So, all right, so we have something, we'd like to do something for unholds, and I think very similar to these are linworms. And then we kind of want something, we want a gunner build that works. Don't know if we found that yet. We'd like a dagger build that works. All right. Oh, to delete dagger entirely. I want to see one that works. The new dagger too. What else am I looking at? Okay. Not a lot going on in chat right now. So, okay, let's take a look at the dagger build. So, here are the problems with this one. We built it with low stam, nimble, high initiative, although we didn't roll a lot on initiative, just had high initiative. We built it with overwhelm. And I didn't, and the issues we had with this were, one, not enough stam. Two, often need to wait. Three, way too much setup to get damage. To like get any decent damage out of it, we needed like way too much setup. And things that we never ended up doing. I don't know if we ever ended up with crippling strikes. We ended up with duelists for the puncture. I think you want that in the dagger. I'm not sure about overwhelm. The idea of overwhelming a target's okay, but I think I'd just rather disarm it, honestly. And I'm okay with the overwhelm as a secondary rider effect if I'm doing damage to it, but if I'm not doing damage to it, kind of awkward. I mean, what else? Seriously, Wyo? If you draft me a tweet on that, Wyo, I'll tweet at Overhype and see if they want to fix that. Because that's kind of dumb if that's the case. But we'll check it out. We'll check it out. We should be able to see it with cleaver whips, right? So really what we're saying is if I put the goblin banner point into fearsome, it's entirely pointless, right? Because if we're hitting flesh, we're always doing more than 15 damage, and if we're hitting any type of armor, we're never doing any damage. Yeah. So how do we get this build to be more reasonable than it was? Are we still quick handing? Are we trying to use this dagger to apply its own debuff? Is it supposed to be mace into dagger? Orcs have fearsome? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. Mace into dagger is the theory. No, mace stun is not part of it. You don't want to mace stun into death blow because you're just wasting a shit ton of the things you actually care about are immune to stun, so you're not going to get that status effect all that often. And B, you'd just probably rather have just a daze, right? You get, because it's 3 AP to attack with the dagger and it's 4 AP to mace stun, and you can't attack again then. and it's 6 AP to attack with a two-handed mace and apply that daze and then dagger for 3 more for 9. You might as well just do that. Is there an issue with having another brother apply a mace dazed? Yeah, the issue was set up. It just it wasn't consistent. He gets 2 attacks off. Just daze, swap dagger. Yeah, what we were doing, wow. Hit him with the two-handed mace, then hit him with the dagger. Colossus, Brawny, Rotate, Dagger Spec, Overwhelm, Underdog, Battle Forge, Perk, Killing Frenzy list. I think so. Oh, we are using Duelist. That's a good point. Are there any one-handed weapons that apply status effects that are not like stun? So if we take a quick look at what weapons, are there any? Do this for us? No. One-handed hammer does not. Axe doesn't. I guess cleaver applies bleed, but I don't think it counts. Swords don't. Daggers don't. Mastery. Ears. Crowds. I mean, I do. It is interesting. I hadn't thought about the fact that the two-handed dagger or the one-handed mace would get the duelist benefit too. I'm not looking to build I'm not trying to build a duelist here, guys. Chat. I'm gonna mess with the dagger. One-handed hammers do not apply stagger. Better. Nomad sling. That's right. We could headshot with the nomad sling, and then switch down to that's fair, Great Beast. That is actually correct. Nice. Mace mastery for reduced fatigue buildup. Just as efficient to use a two-handed mace since you have 9 AP either way. Well, there's two other things. Wow, right? One is you get 1 more movement walking if you were to the one-handed mace, and 2, you're not utilizing duelist and two-handed mace difference. But I'm curious, what do the rest of these look like? So for us, so I don't know. So I can deal with this overwhelm shit. Sometimes it's going to be useful, sometimes it's not. I can deal with the low stam by changing the build. What I can't change is this one. There was way too much setup and the payoff wasn't very good. Like, I don't know what to do about that element. Like, we hit those triple daggers on a dazed target, and I was kind of like, whatever. Is overwhelm with recover. Well, overwhelm is one of the payoffs of running a dagger, right? Because you get 3 attacks. You want riders on it. There's only 3 riders in the game. Poison, overwhelm, and fearsome. Right. I use bombs. No, bombs are not an efficient way to apply a daze. Oh, why do you guys think that's a good idea? Think what you just told me. Like, break it down for yourselves for a second, right? Ready? So a bomb is a 5 AP action. So I can take a 6 AP action with the mace and apply daze. And get a hit with the two-handed mace on somebody. Or I can apply a daze from a bomb that applies it for 1 round only. Not that most of my opponents aren't resilient anyway, so most of the mace hits are 1 round only. And do no damage, while still hitting for the exact same number of dagger stabs. How is that beneficial? The cudgel applies daze? It's a one-hander? What the fuck is the cudgel? What's the cudgel, Rotha? I don't think there's a one-handed mace that applies daze, is there? Weapon. Like the stick? Does that apply dazed? I mean, I can test that. We'll go kill orcs. I mean, didn't we just kill orcs right here? We get a cudgel. Got 3 wooden sticks. I don't see any orc maces. I don't remember that being right. I don't get dazed when Orc Young hit me. Certain about that? ability use apply date. Huh. Okay. So, why do we want to do this dagger spec? Like, what's in it? What's in it for us? What are we getting that's above and beyond the other specs when we're running around? Like, if I have my choice, these 0 stam guys seem fine. They're very flexible. They do consistent damage to everything all the time, which is great. The duelists are great. The goblin banner is great. The cleaver guys are great. What am I getting from this dagger build? Something different, sure, but it needs to be different and still okay, right? Especially time because it got voted on. Lemon. High initiative. I did like going first. Talked about the day's grenade. Dagger bros can duel everyone. Alright. So we need more stam then for this. So it's just gonna be, so what is this? So Colossus dodge, relentless, dagger spec. Somewhere in there is gonna be recover. Somewhere in there is gonna be nimble, quick hands. Quick hands because we have to switch between a mace and a dagger. Overwhelm duelist. What's our last, what's the last thing we're taking up here? How can I send them on solo missions to lock down Necros? What? These things don't even make sense. Alright, I want to address Mafia Cheese's comment. He says, you can send the Dagger Bro on solo missions to kill Necros, lock down Executioners, Hedge Knights, and never get hit with Overwhelm. With dodge and melee defense stars, they get insanely hard to hit. I did like the fact we had dodge on it. That was nice. They do get decent melee defense by the time of that, but they're not particularly mobile right now. They're not running shields, so their melee defense is probably still lower than the tanks by a bit. And you only overwhelm a single target. And there's no footwork in here, and there's no rotate in here, so they're not particularly mobile. And you can't kill Necros without killing their guards. Not really, unless you have to position to do that, and you're not going to be able to position to do that unless you run through zone of controls, which you often can do versus zombies, or you have something like footwork, and that might be fine, or you have a reach weapon. So I was actually kind of amused by how good the 0 stam guys did with the quick hands reach weapon. We could put a reach weapon on this build. This build could have a reach mace or a reach like polearm or something. That's totally possible. It just fucks with his total stam. And I suppose you're right, like single you could overwhelm. Although we're starting to get a fair number of things in our inventory here. Like presumably if I'm dealing with these executioners or these hedge knights, I'm trying to farm them for gear. Which means that I need to survive their hits long enough and then dagger them down. If I'm just trying to kill them, there's lots of ways to just kill them. I'm not so worried about that. But if I'm trying to farm their gear, I need to, and I'm going to overwhelm them. I'm either hitting them 3 times every single turn with the dagger that does damage, the one that we're building this around, the stun and the daze and dagger combo, or I'm also bringing a sharp dagger in inventory, which means we've now got 2-handed mace, sharp dagger, and the new dagger. And if we're talking about having a reach weapon to kill Necros, and what's the other one? Stun grenades? Are we bags and belting this? Give dagger mastery to a 2-handed mace user for extra damage. Because you don't have any 2-handed mace users who have extra stamina. I mean, I guess that's what we're kind of building here. You know what perks the AI use on their assassins? Someone said it in chat, but I have no idea. Could be a slave to a famed weapon, that's true. But a mace is that's a possibility. Net is 5 AP. So, right? So once you throw your net, is it 5 AP? I think it's 5 AP. It's either way. If it's 5 or 4, you can only dagger once, right? I mean, I guess you can, but you're going so fast, you're going so early, I don't know. Okay. I'm willing to do a setup situation if that situation arises regularly. It's like why rotate's good. Rotate requires a setup. You need a brother who's in trouble who needs to be rotated to a position where they can be saved. That happens all the time. Yeah, I mean, we can throw in something like that, like, you know, Fearsome for the dagger procs, Executioner for actual damage versus a wounded target, Crippling Strikes so we can actually apply wounds with whatever the dagger things are, and then other people can take advantage of it. These are all things that are possible, but none of these seem to come out particularly far ahead of anything else. And also, this build probably benefits from Berserk. Maybe benefits from, it depends how often it's killing things. It probably benefits from Berserk and Killing Frenzy. Especially as a lot of stamina, right? You recommend him as just another frontline, bro. Sure, but does he out damage just a regular duelist that way, WoW? I mean, I guess. That's Overwhelming Stink Sun Dagger. I'm with you, Gravebeast. I haven't liked it one bit. I mean, it feels like one of the things you get by running a weapon that can attack 3 times is you get to apply debuffs. But it has seemed to be absolutely shit. All in two-handed mace. Yeah, that's the build we use with it. But if we're gonna do that, I mean, we could do this as a frontliner. If we don't want to be dagger, if we don't want this to be a debuff dagger, we can take this and build it as a damage with the mace. So this would be a high stam mace and dagger kind of build. Yeah, it's true, Mafia. There is some benefit to having high initiative in the arena. I mean, we could build this. So this was what didn't work for us, and I'm not super excited to try it again without some reason to. I'm kind of with YO. I can see the benefit of taking a two-handed mace, smacking them with that, and then switching to a dagger for a little bit of extra damage. And if we're looking at it just as a damage perk, this basically becomes a two-handed. We would really like to see this guy essentially with like a famed two-handed mace and a dagger as like a really high frontline damage deal. We need to recover if the extra attack only takes 10. Yeah, we probably do. Spec. So,
Fresh from the stagecoach.
you we were to drop Overwhelm. Be done with shitty debuff stuff too. Are we still running dodge? We're not probably leveling initiative ever again then. Theory crafting doesn't do shit. You're insane if you think that. And then it just probably becomes just Berserk and Killing Frenzy. Right? So it's like a really expensive. How does this compare to our duelist? What are we giving up? Giving up Underdog and Indomitable and Headhunter for that one. And we gain cans. Relentless dodge. Well, dodge is better than underdog on someone with high initiative who isn't at initiative. Relentless is less important on this build with no overwhelm if you don't really care where you go first. Yep, I'm aware, WB. That was the build we had. Get underdog back in there. I know it won't go there clearly, but we're just looking at the perk points here. Yeah, Relentless helps with dodge gains. We're not that worried about it. This is the core. Probably can't run this Battle Forge without extra perk points. Look what you put out. So basically what we have. And you get 1 poke point there, which for us looks like that. I mean, we can build this. Is this better than our regular thing? The problem is it's mace again, right? I mean, I guess he has enough stand that we're not running Pathfinder, so we could do this. This would be like that. Take dodge if you never level initiative. Depends what the brother is. I liked having dodge brother, but a brother with dodge. I like having a very slippery brother, but it wasn't very good. Anyways, okay, so we're looking at something like that. So these are the kind of things we want to address. So these are updated builds for now, which I think is the bulk of what people wanted. We can try another version of this mace build if we want to see if it's particularly special. And see from that. All right, let's go play the game. I think that probably hits the spreadsheeting for now. Update some builds. It is useful to update our builds from time to time, especially if people are using builds. But I'm not sure we solved any of those issues that we're actually interested in. Except I kind of want to try Fearsome on the banner. Although now it's a little bit annoying to me that it doesn't actually give us any value. Wow. The code, so maybe I don't want to try Fearsome in the banner. It seemed like such a cool idea. Suddenly I'm like, well, maybe for the first time ever, Fearsome will be useful. Might fix it. True. Alright, so we're going up here. Gun build. Yeah, I'm not doing that now though. Yank this card, I guess. War is raging. Patch is raging. All of our stuff's intact? Sure. I want to bring more archers to this. We got both archers leveling though, so it's okay. One more guy to ablate here. Point. It's a somewhat easy game to get into if you're new. Oh. It's easy to get into. It's fairly high difficulty as games go for single player new experience. But yeah, sure. It's a sandbox fucking Merc company game, so you can do whatever the hell you want in it. That's right, I want poison on that gun. That's the other thing the dagger could do. What if the dagger applied poison, man? Can we puncture with poison? Is that worth anything? Like overwhelm poison puncture probably shuts everybody the fuck up. Got the handgun with overwhelm and fearsome. Yeah, we did too. We weren't very impressed either. Poison in the arena. That's true. Maybe it's an arena specialist. Like, do we need it? Like, are the late game arena build payoffs worth anything? Like, I still don't know what happens in the arena past this resolve stuff we've been messing around with. Alright, the survival one, I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't know if I want to build a brother specifically designed to beat arena fights, who then that's all his value is, and then once he's been built, he won't ever fucking die. May not be ideal. 401 trade goods are probably worth. 301 was a bit sketch, but we kind of need it. He's in for. Alright, so we want to let nothing burn here. Why is it just spamming me with... That's the split man theory. What is this theory? That it applies 2 levels of fearsome? Sure. I've got a lot of access. So just we'll try to watch for that. Gilded ones have conquered the Oracle. Jesus. They're just like swapping them back. Why am I at war with these guys to the south? Oh, because I'm fighting the south. Never mind. Never mind. The man only applies effects on 1 of its 2 hits. That's what I think too, but someone in chat is asking if it applies twice. Okay, I'm great. I'm really great that these keep popping up. You walk along the roads, a throng of ragged-looking men speed past you. They're right over there. 50 crowns, sell them out. Wait, yeah. Intercept all raiding parties around Dornan. Don't let them burn anything. We've been here for a day. Oh. Mission so far. Maybe a little unsatisfied. Okay, we're just gonna stand here. Are there gonna be more things showing up? There they are. Okay, cool. Alright, another army, an engineer, we've never seen that unit, a mortar, we've never seen that unit, an officer, 4 to 6 indebted, and an ocean worth of conscripts. I don't see any gunners there, just a single mortar though. Big army. Maybe the conscripts can be gunners. Alright, let's respec. Haven't fought a mortar yet, sounds nasty. Thanks, Wild, good to know. Build a mortar, bro. Possibly. Alright, what are we fighting with? So probably, presumably a fair amount of our gear has been picked up. Maybe should not be spam repairing things, by the way, because I don't know where I'll get tools now that all the southern shit's out of the way. What do we actually have for gear down here? These are not repaired, seriously, after all these hours? Fucked up. Okay. Pull out homie chop. Bring this guy. Gonna bring the axe guy. Need better hats. My lightest hat, this thing. 4. What's 3? No. Okay, do we have better tanky hats? 130 I think is our peak right now. Okay. Where's my red chest piece? Right there. We have 3 battle forged up front now. 24, sure. Okay, where's the orc piece? For the barb piece, 254. Pretty much there and everybody. So it's really just what armor do we want. A lot of my plating stuff is being repaired, which is really obnoxious. Minus morale effects here. This is 4 and 8 for 12. Get a little bit more on there. Get up to 6 on that. And we get up to 7 on that. Can keep that shitty 7 home. It's too bad. What are these? 5 for 105. That's kind of what we were looking for, some 5 piece of shit. Those are good. Those are actually good, man. Okay. And we're not going to be able to repair. It's at currently 87. Still an upgrade. Alright. What's the rest of our nimble? Nimble here. Or it's not nimble. Nimble here, nimble there, nimble here. 14 and 3 for 17. Sure. Why is that 14? Some shitty patch on it. 12 and 3 for 15. 12 and 3 for 15. You gotta slap a patch on it, I guess. Not even sure I'm bringing him yet. 9 and 4 for 13. These fibers are actually gonna be fucking amazing for us, right? 110. That's a nice pickup. What are the actual salad helms? 120? 20 for 5. They're almost as well, not almost. They're still comparatively good. Alright, anyways. Oh no, it's exactly this. Just comparatively good for the exact armor I have right now. Okay. Anyone else? No. What about you? 5, 9. Good. We're gonna bring the axe guy in. What else can we bring for that? 2 tanks seems okay for this. Don't have fearsome around that. This guy's armor is a bit weak. Do we have a fearsome cloaked? Anything else? No. Make one. We have one more direwolf, I think. Any other armor we want to slap this on? A little light, the armor we're wearing on our tank. Am I bringing archers? I feel like we win these fights by just destroying their units with archers, but we almost don't need them to. Like, I think that probably works, but I don't think 1 archer was very good. Like, I kind of want like 2 to 3 if I'm going to do that. I'm just not sure it's worth it right now without war bows. Kind of like mediocre damage. Bring our other axe guy. A lot of enemies. I bring 1 more tank. Bring 1 archer anyways. Level 1 archer. Okay. Alright, I don't know what mortars do, chat. We're about to find out. Make sure our armor is here. 240 on these. Any other Battleforge armor? No, we're good. We want a little bit more head armor on this. 12 and 4 is 16. That's fine. Okay. Run by him without interacting with him. Weird.